what is going on, Covenant fam? So I'm gonna do this pay thing. I'm gonna kind of go through it a bit quickly. Normally I like to give you guys full-on detail, but I don't have my full notebook with me, and I can't find my other one that I thought I had on the truck. So I'm just gonna kind of go over this the best way that I can, and hopefully you guys understand it. The best pay video that I had was the very first one I did. I mean, it was amazing. But anyway, sorry you guys are kind of coming into everything being all screwed up after I got in trouble. So anyway, so for the students and the trainees that are coming in, non-hazmat is $700 a week. This is before taxes, so whatever your deductions are for tax time is what's going to be taken out of that $700. And then student and trainees with hazmat endorsement is going to be $725. Again, this is your gross amount, so whatever deductions you have is going to be taken out of this, like your taxes are going to be taken out of that. For the TD1 Minty 1, this is after you get off your trainer's truck. This is going to be like your driver title that you have. So you guys in total will make 52 cents per mile, and 46 cents of that is going to be taxed, because this is the per diem side of it. Which 91% of Covenant drivers are automatically per diem unless you request to be removed from per diem. So 46 cents is going to be taxed by the IRS. 6 cents is not going to be taxed by the IRS. So I'll have that on the flip side to show you guys how much you guys get to kind of save in a reserve, so that the IRS can't tax it. And no, it's not illegal. They give like drivers a portion, like a percentage of basically like an expense account, or like a certain amount that they're able to set aside to accommodate for drivers that have to like pay out of pocket for hotel and things like that. So the IRS accounts for that for you to claim on your taxes if you're non per diem. So again, I'll explain that. So anyway, 46 cents is what the IRS is going to tax. 6 cents is not what they're going to tax. So basically, if you add 46 plus 6, you'll get 52 cents. And then with the teaming bonus, the 10 cents added to the 52 is going to give you 62 cents, right? As long as you have a co-driver, for those that were hired before January 2nd, 2023, each driver gets 10 cents. But that's changed. I'll explain that down here. TD1, Minty 1, Hazmat, those drivers get an additional 3 cents per mile just for having the endorsement. The catch to that is both drivers have to be hazmat in order for you to get that 3 cents incentive. If you're not hazmat, or if only one of you are hazmat, then you'll both get the 52 cents for non-hazmat. I know it sucks, but it's just that if one of you's hazmat and the other one's not, Covenant can't run a hazmat load anyway, because one of you is not endorsed for it. So it kind of cuts your guys' legs from under you. So the driver that has hazmat is not going to get paid hazmat as long as they're tied to someone that doesn't have hazmat, because either way it goes, it still doesn't benefit anyone, because you guys can't haul a hazmat load. So it's just beneficial to make sure that you guys have your hazmat, because if both of you are hazmat, then you'll get 55 cents. So 49 cents of that does get taxed. 6 cents does not get taxed. And then plus your 10 cent teaming bonus. Again, if you were hired before January 2nd, 2023, 55 plus 10 is 65. 3 to 6 months, 55 cents. This is non-hazmat. So 39 cents of that is going to be taxed, and 16 cents is not going to be taxed. So it's a big jump from there. So here only 6 cents doesn't get taxed by the IRS, but here 16 cents doesn't get taxed. So if you were to add these two together, you'll get the 55. Let me see. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. If you were to add 39 and 16, you'll get 55. Okay. This here is the non-per diem amount. So this is where you can start to decide if you want to be per diem or not. So 3 to 6 months, if you choose that you don't want to be per diem, you'll actually get paid 59 cents per mile. I'll show you the difference in the breakdown between per diem and non-per diem and which one's more beneficial to be in that category. The 10-cent teaming bonus, again, if you were hired before January 2nd, 2023, it was 10 cents per driver. And then 59 plus 10 is 69. So this is where it gets kind of confusing, because these are the amounts that the recruiters will give you. So this is the non-per diem amount, 59 cents. They're not going to give you all this because it's too confusing and it's too much to explain. So they're going to leave all this off. They're going to tell you, you're going to make 59 cents per mile plus the 10-cent teaming bonus. As long as you're teamed, you're going to get 69 cents per mile. 69 cents sounds a heck of a lot better than 55 cents. So it'll take them a whole lot more time to explain to you. And this is stuff that they go over in orientation anyway. So this is how they get you interested and pique your interest to even get you down to orientation. Now, we've had discussions about this, and I don't agree. I don't agree with them giving you the top amount that you could possibly make versus them just telling you the truth and saying that you can make up to that amount, but, you know, with stipulations per diem or non-per diem, it might vary. So, this is 3 to 6 months hazmat. So 58 cents is what you would get if you were per diem. So 42 cents gets taxed. 16 cents does not get taxed. 62 cents is what you would get if you were non-per diem. 10 cents is what you would get for your teaming bonus. And then 72 cents is total. So if you were non-per diem plus your 10 cents, will give you 72 cents. Okay. But again, this column here, right here, is non-per diem, which it gives you an additional 3 cents. So see here, 58, 62, it's only like a 3 cents difference, right? No, that's a 4 cents difference. No, it should only be 3 cents. Why is this not adding up? $58, $59, $61. Yeah, it's a 4 cents difference. That's crazy. It's not supposed to be like that. Majority of them are 3 cents. It's like a 3 cents jump. Between non-hazmat and hazmat, it's a 3 cents jump every time. So see, this is non-hazmat, this is hazmat. Non-hazmat, hazmat, it's a 3 cents jump. And then for oh, that one's also a 4 cents jump. Okay, it increased then, because it used to be a 3 cents. It used to be 3 cents difference. So that's a 4 cents difference. If you were to be non-per diem, you would get 4 cents additional being non-per diem. But again, I'll explain the benefits and the cons to non-per diem and per diem. So anyway, so that was 3 to 6 months hazmat. Okay. 6 months to a year non-hazmat, 59 cents if you were per diem. So 43 cents of that will get taxed. 16 cents of that does not get taxed. 63 cents is what you would get if you were non-per diem. Your 10-cent teaming bonus, 73 cents total, because 63 plus 10 is 73. So these are the amounts that recruiters give you. They give you the higher number. Hazmat. This is 6 months to a year hazmat. So 62 cents per mile. 46 cents does get taxed. 16 cents does not get taxed. 66 cents if you were to be non-per diem, plus your teaming bonus. 76 cents total just for these. So 66 plus 10 is 76. Okay, so 1 year plus, if you've been with the company for more than a year, you'll get 63 cents per diem. So 47 cents gets taxed, 16 cents does not get taxed, 67 cents if you were non-per diem, plus 10 cents gives you 77. Hazmat, 1 year plus, 66 cents. So that'll be 50 cents that gets taxed, 16 cents that does not get taxed. This is if you were non-per diem, you'd be at 70 cents per mile, plus 10 cents for the teaming bonus will give you 80 cents, okay? Again, I'll break all this down. I know it's going pretty quickly, but I'm already at 12 minutes. It's crazy how time flies, right? So anyway, here we have extra bonus. So for Wildcats, this has changed. It used to be 6 cents per mile on top of whatever Covenant was giving you here. So let's say, for example, you were 6 months to a year with Covenant, you're at 59 cents, and then you add 6 cents to that. So it'll give you like, what, 65 cents for each mile that you ran. So that's pretty good because you've already jumped past your non-per diem amount, right? Plus your teaming bonus would definitely, that'll put you at, what, 75 cents? That's good. It's really good for 6 months to a year. Anyway, so it has changed and it's now 4 cents on top of what you make. So we're going to go back here, 6 months to a year. You're at 59 cents. You add 4 cents to that. It'll give you 63 cents. So it'll be like you're making your non-per diem amount plus your 10 cents. You'll be at 73 cents. So you'll be getting paid as if you were non-per diem, even if you are per diem. I'll show you the breakdown of that. But that was a really good example that kind of led me to something else. So this video might be a bit long. Okay, so that's the Wildcats. That's the new change that has happened. And then your teaming miles. So 10 cents per mile is per truck now. So if you were hired after January 2nd, 2023, 10 cents goes to the truck for teaming bonus, and you get 5 cents per driver. Okay? So you will take your amount, let's say 6 months to a year again. So you're 59 cents, and you add your teaming bonus to that. Let's see. So that'd be what, 64 cents? Right? 64 cents would be what you were at, what you would be at. And that's your new teaming bonus. So you'd be at 64 cents per mile plus your 4 cents. So that'll be 64 plus 4, so 68 cents, right? That's still good. Yeah, it's still good. Again, I'm just trying to do this math in my head, but I'll end up showing you guys on the flip side of the paper. So total miles for the truck is split per driver. If the truck does 5,000 miles for a run, 5,000 miles for the week, then you get 2,500 miles. Your co-driver gets 2,500 miles. That's just the average. It's the base. Drivers usually get more than that. It'll be somewhere in the 27s, or it'll be, 2850, but just to be on the safe side, you always do worst case scenario. So 2,500 miles is what they typically tell drivers that they're going to get or whatever. Okay. Detention pay. So detention pay, and I didn't do layover pay for here. Detention pay is $24 for the truck, so $12 per driver. And detention pay is when you get held up at a shipper or receiver and they're not ready to load you yet and it's past your appointment time. So for example, if your appointment is at 0800, right, that's 8 o'clock in the morning, and you show up, you check in, but you're still waiting and you're waiting, they haven't even given you a door yet to back into. So you're waiting, and next thing you know, it's 12 o'clock noon, right? So you can't count the first 2 hours because they give them a courtesy of 2-hour block. So if your appointment was at 8, so from 8 to 9 is an hour, 9 to 10 is an hour, but they still didn't load you until 12. So from 10 to 11 is 1 hour, and 11 to 12 is 2 hours. So you'll get 2 hours of detention pay on top of whatever pay you get for the week for those miles that you ran. Late home time. So I know it doesn't make up for not being home. Everybody says that. Well, I make money on a regular, but I'd rather be home than to get money. But in order for them to compensate for you not being home or not holding up their end, each day that you're late going home, but only a maximum of 2 days, you get $100. So $100 per day up to 2 days. So just plain and simple, Covenant will pay you for 2 days that you miss being home. You'll get $100 a day. Local pay, anything under 125 miles loaded, they do have a pay scale for that. 0 to 4 hours, it gets you $25 per driver. Anything between 4 to 8 hours is $50 per driver, and anything that's 8 hours or more is $85 per driver. This is the pay scale that they've had. If they've changed it recently, I am not aware of it. I'm not sure if they're going to come out with a whole new pay scale now that they've been making these changes and having some cents per mile reduction and things like that, because this is how information gets conflicted, because, you have proof on paper saying one thing and then verbally you're saying something else. So I understand things change, but as these things change, they need to update it so that way, in writing is reflecting what is being verbally said. And then you have your loyalty pay. Anything that's 5 years or more, up to 10 years, you get an additional 1 cent. Like I'm about to hit my 5th year, so I'm at oh my God, I don't even know what I make cents per mile. Oh, Jesus, help me. I believe I'm at 80 cents per mile right now because we lost the 2 cent incentive. So I was at 82, and if they took the 2 cents from Estes, so I believe I'm at 80 cents. So basically, when I hit my 5th year, I'll be at 81 cents per mile. And then for 11 to 15 years are always going to start the year after the cutoff year. So 11 to 15 years is going to be 2 cents. And then anything that's 16 years or more, 16 years plus, is going to be 3 cents. So depending on how long you stay with Covenant, you can also gain money that way. It seems like it takes forever. It really doesn't. As long as you do what needs to be done, and before you know it, I mean, if you were to ask me almost 5 years ago if I thought that I'd make it this long, I'd probably be like, no. Look at me going on 5 years and it doesn't even feel like that. Like some part of me still feels like I'm brand new out here. What I didn't have on here is layover pay. So layover pay, which is not in the pay scale unless I missed it on accident. Layover pay is when you're waiting on a load. You and your co-driver are geared, ready to go. Your PTA is up to date, all this stuff, and you know it's not your fault that you're not running, right? You guys are both on the truck. You guys have your hours, your clock, your reset, and all that other stuff. But if there are no loads available, you can get layover pay. It's $50. I believe it's $50 per truck. It's the same thing for breakdown. Per driver. Oh my God, get it together, girl. It's $50 for layover and breakdown per driver. But layover pay has to be per 24 hours. So let's say that you're waiting and it's a Friday and it's 1500 in the afternoon, okay? And you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you get nothing. They say, oh, there are no loads, and they say there are no loads available. You just gotta wait. So you just monitor that time. You clock that time from the time that they tell you there's no loads and you guys are ready to go. There's nothing holding you back besides not having a trip. From that point on, let's say it's 1500 Eastern time, because everything's based off of Eastern time as far as the Qualcomm goes, unless you're wherever you are. If you're Central time or whatever, just clock that time, okay? And so from 1500 on Friday until 1500 Saturday afternoon. So 1500 Friday afternoon to 1500 Saturday afternoon is a full 24 hours. If you go a full 24 hours without any loads and it's not your fault, you can get layover pay for sitting and waiting. Also, guarantee pay. Let me tell you, I know some of y'all gonna be tight about this. It happens. The industry is struggling. So we have to take a hit because the companies are taking hits, okay? Guarantee pay. You and your co-driver both need to be hazmat. There's no getting around that. If only one of you are hazmat, neither one of you will get guaranteed pay. So if, let's say, you only ran 800 miles for the week, that's a split of 400 miles between drivers. You can't really make nothing. That's a small little check for 400 miles, right? So what they do is they take the guarantee pay, as long as you and your co-driver are hazmat, and they will give you guaranteed pay, which went from $1,000 down to $850. Okay, again, it sucks. I know we take what we can get and we make do, but something is better than nothing. And if we were to do the math, the $850 will most likely be more than you getting paid for the miles that you ran for that week. So if you only ran a measly little 400 miles and you do the math and it comes out to like, 6 some, 4 some, however cents per mile you get paid, and it comes out less than the $850 that they were going to give you guaranteed for that week, they'll give you the guarantee. It's whatever's greater, they'll give you. So, again, I know it sucks. $1,000 is way more than $850, but $850 is better than getting a $400, or a 400 mile measly check. And then on top of that, taxes and all our stuff. So it's just, we have to, rough through it. The times are tough. We're going to get through it. And once things start picking up and everything starts going back, then, we'll start seeing these increases and things like that. We feel good when we get the money, but when we lose the money, it's like everybody want to talk mess and all this other stuff. We got to take the hit. That's how it go. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's a layover pay. So it has to be per 24 hours. Breakdown is the same thing. Per 24 hours, you need to be broken down for a full 24 hours in order to get that $50 a day. I know it sucks, but again, they shell out a lot of money. Not only are they paying you for whatever it is that you got, how far you got, how many miles you ran, whatever, and paying for the truck to get fixed, to broke it down. And I understand you guys are like, well, that's their fault and they took this on as a company. Yes, but you need to also understand that money don't grow on trees. And if a lot of trucks are broken down and the money's getting depleted, then they have to make adjustments so that they're able to stretch that money, So anyway, that's just something else to think about. And like I said, we could go in circles all day at what we feel is fair and unfair and, and everything else. But from a business standpoint, yeah, you might want to look at it that way. So, I just did this quick little problem here so I could show y'all how this is done, and then I'll show you the non-per diem. There's the non-per diem and there's the per diem. There was something I was missing on the other side. Oh, it was the 16 cents versus the 6 cents. Okay, so basically this is the cents per mile you make as a TD1, and this is non-hazmat. And don't pay attention to this. This is the fax number to that medical facility. Anyway, so you take this, and obviously this is going to be a nothing, and it's going to be a nothing, and that's going to be that's going to be that, and that is. This is kind of weird because I'm looking through the camera on how to do this, so that's nothing, nothing. It's 12. Oh, my hands in the way. Alright, so that's that. That's that. Alright, so there you have it. 1,300. Alright, $1,300 is what you will get running 2,500 miles at 52 cents a mile, right? This is going to be gross. This is going to be before tax, okay? This right here is just your teaming bonus. This just to show you what extra additional you get for teaming or whatever. 0, 0, 0. That's 0, 0, 5, and 2. I want y'all to kind of just see how they calculate. These are cents. There's that one, and that one. So it's an additional $250, right? Just for you being teamed. So they take your teaming bonus, they multiply it by the miles you run, right? Because you're team. And again, this is the old amount. If you want to change it to the new one, just put 5 cents here. You do the math, okay? Should come out to $150. maybe. Let's do that math real quick. 125. I was off by $25. All right, 125 is what you get for being teamed extra. So that has nothing to do with your pay here. Am I wrong on this? Let me go back. I don't want to tell you guys wrong. All right, let me see. 52 cents. 6 and 6 is 12. Yeah, so this has nothing to do with that. So if it was 10 cents, it would be 62 cents is what you would get. So this is your base pay. So you would do basically 52 cents plus 5 cents is 57 cents. So if you want to include your teaming bonus into your cent per mile bonus, you can do that too and increase it, because all you're doing is combining it, so it's like less things you have to keep track of. So if you were to do, let me see, if you were to do 2,500, oh, that's 25,000. Let's not go too far. 2,500 plus, times 57, 0, 0, that's 35, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now Covenant will break down everything, and that's why on the pay stubs it looks a little confusing, but it shouldn't be. 5, 10, 0, 0, 25, 10, 11, 12. Now this is how significant the jumps are, and this is why they pride themselves on having the best pay raises in a while. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, sometimes I need my fingers for basic math. Don't make fun of me. 2, 3, 4, and 1. So there is your gross. This again is before taxes. So this is the 57 cents is including your teaming bonus, because that's going to stick with you as long as your team. Okay, so you get that additional 5 cents, right? So you'll be making $14.25 before taxes. And then for your, oh, you guys don't have the option to be non-per diem. That's why it wasn't, oh wait. Okay, the per diem is 6 cents. Okay, so you take your 2,500 and you multiply that by 6 cents. And 6, 0, 0, 6 and 0, 0. That's 30. 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15. There's the 150. This is what I must have been thinking about. Okay. So 150 is your 6 cents. This is what the government cannot tax you. So $150 you get to put into your reserve bank. Okay. This is per diem. It's sloppy because I'm looking through the camera, y'all. So before tax, so this is what you do. You take your 150 and you subtract it. This is a minus equation. Okay. 5 minus nothing is 5, because we didn't take nothing away. And then you can't do that, so we're going to come and borrow this little guy. All right, 12 minus 5 is what, 7? Did I do that earlier? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 7. Okay, and then 3 minus 1 is 2, and then 1. Okay, so this is your per diem, right? And this is your your gross before tax, right? Because we still haven't taken taxes yet. This is what you're saving in your bank, right? Okay, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna multiply it by 22%. And I know some of you are like, why the heck would we do it by 22%? 22% is what the IRS charges for your taxes. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Okay. So you're gonna take your. How did I do this last time? Oh lordy. I think I used my phone and I cheated. No, I didn't. I broke this down. I don't know. My brain is not working right now. I believe I did it this way. I did so many of these, and it's been so long that I haven't touched nothing. I know I'm probably doing this wrong, guys. Those of you that are mathematicians and know how to do all this stuff, you're probably thinking, why didn't you just put that in a decimal form? Yeah, my brain's not working to do that right now, and I'm not the greatest at math. But if those of you that want to check my work, by all means. Okay, I did that, and then 2 is 14, 15. And then 2, that's 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Oh yeah, that's definitely wrong. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I did it before. I'd have to go back and look at my other notes. But basically, you take this amount here and you multiply it by 22%, right? Because that's what they're going to tax you. 22%. That's what the government is going to take from you. Whatever that number is. I can't figure it. I don't know why it's not working in my brain right now. Or why I can't figure it out. Maybe I shouldn't have started at the cents mark. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this right. Sorry, y'all. If anybody wants to tutor me, you're more than welcome. But it's not something that. I'm up here. Sorry. 10. 10, 2, 14, 15. That's 4, that's 5. Okay, maybe I'm getting somewhere with this. Maybe, just maybe. I don't know. 10, 14, 15. 4, 5. And then 2. It's the same. 0, 5, 10, 8. No, that's not right. Okay, I don't know why it's not working out right now, guys. I'm trying to remember how I did this crap. Sorry, it's taking me a minute. And I can't, like, I'm on my phone, so it's not like I can use my calculator or whatever. And I don't know, does the Qualcomm have a calculator? No, it doesn't. That's funny. Anyway, so you take this amount. I can't finish it if I can't figure out how to do this stupid tax thing. I don't know why my brain is fried. And I ate. It's not like I didn't eat. Oh my god. I can't think of it, you guys. Oh, it's because I already had these numbers broken down before, because I would always write it out and then I would film. So yeah, you guys know my secret. I don't know how to do math. So well, at least just this portion. So those of you that are following along with me, just take the 1275 and you multiply it by the 22%. Whatever that amount is, you're gonna deduct from that amount. Okay, so you're gonna subtract it. Let me see. Oh my goodness, I wish I had a way to figure it out, because I don't know. Let's just say it's going to be like $200, okay? Just hypothetically. So you're going to remove the $200 minus $200, right? So that'll leave you with $1,075, right? And this is going to be your net after taxes, right? So you're going to take that 150, where'd it go? The 150. We're going to take that 150 that we subtracted earlier and we're going to add it back. Come on. So this becomes a plus column. Okay. And then we're going to say per diem. And we're going to do 0, 0. This is your change if there's nothing. All right. And that's a 5. 7 and 5. We already discussed that. That's 12. And that's going to be 2. And a 1. This is what's going to be deposited into your account. Okay? This is going to be your deposit into your bank account. So we went from $14.25. This is what you actually made. This is what you're going to set aside because the IRS can't touch it, right? Brings you down to $12.75. You multiply that by your taxes because that's what they're going to take out. Let me put tax deduction. Tax deduction. So we're going to subtract the $200 the IRS wants. This is Uncle Sam. This is what we're left over with, right? The $10.75. But, we got to hide a little money. And we set aside $150 that the IRS could not take from you, right? So we get that back. So you add it back, and this is what it gives you. $1,225, right? So in reality, what did we lose? Let me see. 1275. 1225. Did we only lose $50? What? We only lost $50? Okay. So this is the good thing about being per diem, right? Because you get to hold $150 in the bank, right? The IRS can't touch. They know about it. They know you made that monies, but they can't tax and take nothing from it because that's our allowance, right? That's what we get to have. That's what we get to keep. Now this right here is the pickle, because this is non-per diem. So those of y'all that's like, I want my extra 4 cents per mile, blah, blah, blah. Gimme. I'm greedy and I want all my coins, right? So you take this, your 2,500 miles, you multiply it by the 62. So 2 and 0 is 0. 2 and 0 is 0. This is 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay. 6 and 0 is 0. 6 and 0 is 0. 6 and 5 is 30. 6 and 2 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. Am I right? Okay. 0, 0. This is our change. Let me drop them change. Alright, and then we got 0 here. And this is a 5. Because 5 plus nothing is 5. Alright. So we got 1550. Right? So this is non-per diem. This is all your monies, right? All that you could possibly get, all your monies. You made 1550. Correct? 1550. Now you take this whole 1550 and you multiply that by your 22% of the tax, the whole thing. You take the whole thing and multiply it. Those are my subscribers using a calculator right now while you watching this. You take your 1550, multiply it by 22%. Once you get that number, let's say it's, I don't know, $300 maybe, give or take. Whatever amount you get from that, I want you to subtract it from the 1550. And that'll be your net, your deposit. So the math is more simple on the non-per diem, right? Because you just take the whole entire paycheck, you tax it by the 22% that the IRS is going to take from you, and whatever's left over is what you get, right? I want you to do that. And sure, it seems simple enough, and it's less complicated than having to do multiple, equations and things like that. But let me tell you something. In my opinion, and in my experience, well, I've always been per diem, so I can't say in my experience, but from what I know and my experience in the industry, non-per diem, the IRS gets to dip their hand in the whole entire pot. You don't get to say, wait. I got to pay this. I got to take care of that. Like, can't you leave me just a little bit? They be like, no, this is what you made. This is what we're going to take. And then on top of that, you have to deduct your own expenses when you file your taxes. So that means you better keep all your receipts, all the hotels you stayed in, the money you paid out for your expenses on the road, right? You have to have all that, and you submit it, you do your deductions and all that other stuff if you know how to do your deductions when doing your taxes, or you give it to your tax person. My per diem people, you ain't got to worry about that because it's already done for you. So you make your money, you make your miles, you turn everything in, payroll gets your stuff, and they do it all. Okay? When they calculate how much you're going to get paid, they do the deduction of the per diem of what they're going to set aside for you. So you can stick your hand in the pot and go, I need this and I need that. And the IRS has to wait their turn to stick their hand in the pot. Okay? And then once your per diem is set aside, the IRS comes in and taxes the rest of it, whatever's left in the pot. Okay? And then once they take whatever they're going to get from the pot, you take what you took out and put it back in the pot. And they can't go and dip their hands in that pot no more. Like, they already took whatever was needing to be taken. So you just added more into your pot because you had some on reserve. Okay, if that makes sense. So I like per diem way better because you end up with a little bit more. Sometimes it's not by much, but you don't have to worry about receipts, expenses, deductions, none of that. Payroll handles it all, and there's a record of everything. It's broken down. The IRS knows about it. So they get what they get, you get what you get. So that's why I like it. I mean, this is a perfect example here because you were at $1,275. Then you took $200 from taxes. Uncle Sam was like, it's our turn, right? You thought that this is all you was going to get. And then you thought about it. Oh, wait a minute. I had some on reserve. So you add that back. And this is what you come out with. You ended up only paying $50. That's the only difference between what you actually got deposited in your account and what you made in the beginning, right? Before taxes took their stuff out. It's only a $50 difference. So, I mean, I'd rather lose $50 than lose hundreds of dollars, if you know what I mean. Because up here, they done took out $200. But then you had some left over, reserve, and they was like, oh, okay, I see you. So I think per diem is better. It's always going to be better, in my opinion. Anything that lands more money for me and my family at take home. But non-per diem, y'all may be greedy with that extra 4 cents. You know what I mean? That extra 4 cents. But the IRS, Uncle Sam, gonna take a portion of each of those 4 cents, right? You going, oh, you got 4 cents? Okay. Well, once you total your monies, now I'm going to multiply it, and I'm going to take my half. And who knows what you're going to be left with after that, right? So it all balances out. It really does. It balances out because the way the covenant did their pay sheet, it's only a matter of difference whether you get extra 4 cents here, extra 3 cents here for being endorsed or whatever your money is, it ends up balancing out. So even those that get non-per diem, right? They're non-per diem, their whole entire check gets taxed. They might have come out with like $1,300 at the end of it, right? It's not much of a difference, but they still possibly could have gotten more. It just depends on what your cents per mile is, and what your deductions are within Covenant, your benefits, your medical, your dental, your vision, your life insurance, all that stuff. Depending on what you pay out will determine what your paychecks look like. So I can only give you the base of what it is. I can't tell you exactly what it's going to be every time. Those of y'all that make more than that and do 16 cents per diem, is somewhere roughly around 400. So let me show y'all that. So you take your 2,500 miles and 16 cents, because it's going to be different the higher you go for your pay bracket. So we all know that those are zeros, and that's 30. And that's going to be 12, that is 15. Right? 5, 2, nothing, 10, 2, 3, 4. So there you have it. $400, right? $400 is what you get to deduct. So let's say that your pay is, let's go with 1 year plus, right? Let's go with 1 year plus hazmat. So we don't calculate 66 cents per mile. Sorry, this thing's always trying to slip away from me. You see it sliding again still? Alright, so I got $1,650, right? So we're going to minus 400. Okay. So we're left with $1,250. This is what the IRS is going to tax. Your $1,250. Okay. So you take that 22%, multiply it to the $1,250, whatever your deduction is for that answer. Whatever your, oh, stop. Jeez. Whatever your deduction is, whatever answer you get, you subtract from the $1,250, and then you add your $400 back. So let's say Uncle Sam took $200, right? So we minus $200. That leaves us with sorry, I know you guys can't see, but this is a weird angle and the book keeps sliding. It's irritating me, making me upset. So $1,050, right? That's what we left with because the IRS then took their $200 for tax. If you add your $450 back, I'm sorry, 400. You add your 400 back. This is what gets deposited into your account. The 1450. So per diem actually saves you because you got to hide this money. I say hide because they can't touch it. So it's like you taking it and putting it behind your back, and then you're only showing them a certain amount, and they tax that. And then when they walk away, you take the money that was behind your back and you add it to whatever's left over, and that's what gets you your money, right? And again, it sounds sneaky, but it's really not. The IRS is aware. They give truckers an expense for them being away from home and on the road and all this other stuff. So they are aware. It sucks for the IRS, but it basically they're giving us tax breaks for the type of work that we do. So I hope that's understanding for you guys. I hope it's not super confusing. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I will try to explain it better. I'll make sure that I have my paper and my big paper so that I can like actually spread it out. And in my last, not my last video, because that live was crap. I'm so sorry that I even put that out. But my very first pay video that I did, I broke down all this. I did every single category and did the math for every single one. I did the 22%. I had everything broken down so that you guys were able to see it. And per diem always ended up paying out more, even if it was just a matter of $50, $25. There was difference. It's still more than what you would get if you were non-per diem, because non-per diem, the IRS can tax everything, and per diem they can't. Okay. So there's that, and I had to update you guys on the new pay for the new pay for the oh my god, get it out, for the guarantee pay and the 4 cents, and there was something else that I had found out about taxes. Your year to dates. Okay. So basically your year to date is everything that you've paid into the IRS, or like everything you made for that year, basically. And when you take time off work, your year to date will definitely change. So my year to date is supposed to be over 100,000 for the year, but it was a little over 70,000, which I was confused on. And then it hit me that I took vacations. There were some weeks that we weren't able to take our run when we broke down, and we didn't really get that many miles. So like when we have to take OTR loads and things like that and get pulled off of our run, all that plays a factor in your year to date. Because if I were to work every single week all the way through a whole entire year, then yeah, I would have, grossed over 100,000 for the year if we were to like work nonstop. But because we didn't, on the weeks that we don't get paid, we can't pay into taxes if we don't make any money. Or if I only make $800 for the week, then they can only tax me on whatever I paid out for that $800, if that makes sense. So whatever we paid into taxes for the year is what we would total for our year to date. So it really didn't hit me until I saw my W-2s, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like, this is nowhere near 100,000. Like, something wrong. Like 30-some thousand is missing. But it's because we took vacation. We get 3 vacations a year. And all those days or the weeks that we didn't work, they couldn't pay into taxes because we didn't get anything. Or if we got something, it was like little. And so they only take taxes from a certain portion of it, that certain amount, and then that's what we paid into. So your year to date can definitely change. It all depends on how you work throughout the year. And all that can be calculated as well. Like, again, I had this all on the other paper. I'm so mad that I had to redo all this stuff all over again, because I'm sure I'm leaving some stuff out that I had said from before, and now some of you are not going to get that information and all that. Also, I have reached over 160 subscribers, so thank you guys for that so much. I appreciate you guys being here for, the content and everything. I know it takes me so long, but I have to get myself together and my thoughts together before I even film. And half of the time, that's not even right, because I'm sitting here struggling and like every 2 seconds. But excuse me, I'm starting to get tired. I just want to make sure that you guys have the most accurate information as possible. And then with me getting in trouble, those of you that are new, I got in trouble being on my phone. And it took a lot of my options for content. So I know I have a lot of talking videos of me face to face, and I don't like giving you guys those because I know you want to see what's out here. So it's a bit of a struggle for me to kind of find content for you guys and give you guys what you need as far as trucking goes. So I'm going to see if I can reach out to safety and see if I can have permission this time to have proof of me wearing like my hands-free device and all that stuff, so I can show you guys how the truck speeds, how to use cruise control, how to downshift, how to do all that stuff in an automatic and not get in trouble for it. So Covenant has really watered down my channel and all the things that I used to provide for you guys, because they've taken my options to allow me to film while driving, which again, I understand and I get, but I was hands-free the entire time, and it was mounted on the windshield, so it's a bit difficult for me to explain that, but I get their position because it is state law in a lot of states, so it's like everybody's hands are tied. But at the same time, there's still a way for me to be able to do this and still get you guys what you need. I just haven't figured out the loopholes yet. So I'm working on that, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get that done. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me and sticking around and following me on my pregnancy journey. Being pregnant and being a driver, it's not as difficult as most people would think, at least not right now, because my belly is not big yet. But I think like the more like it gets bigger and stuff, the more like I'm gonna get winded and things like that. So we'll just have to see. But baby's good. I should be rearing around 16 weeks. And you guys should take a poll and whether you vote that it's a boy or a girl. My husband's convinced it's a girl. I kind of am too, but at the same time, like, I got two boys to show for. One is his, one isn't. And then he's got three girls from a previous that he's got to show, but he does have a son. Our youngest boy is his. So he finally got his boy, but so it's just kind of one of those things like, I don't know, like, we'll just see, because, you know, he's known for his girls, I'm known for my boys. So 50-50 chance, right? But I think it'll be fun for you guys to kind of interact, and I'll do a poll and be like, take your vote. And yeah, so that's that. Everything's good. I'm still trying to get my thoughts together for the Covenant store. I will do the Covenant Instagram. I have to wait until more funds come in for me to start buying them in bulk for me to do the giveaways. So it's coming, guys. It's just I hit a few snags and I have to financially get my life together so that way I can get everything done and everything be good. But yeah, if there's any questions you guys have, let me know, most definitely, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. And sorry if the video is confusing. I know it's like super mad long, but it's worth it. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else I needed to tell you guys as far as the monies. We talked about per diem and non-per diem and hazmat and non-hazmat, guarantee pay, labor. There was something else. Oh my god, this is why I need to write it down, and I never remember to like write it down. I like hiding behind certain trailers. It gives us more privacy. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I could think of anything else as far as money goes and the pay. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys understood, and if not, like I said, ask me questions. I will go over some things. I'll probably have another video relating to pay somewhat, and probably have like more breakdowns and stuff. I can't do it right now unless I have my notepad with me, and I don't. So that was just a brief kind of overview thing, but yeah, so until next time, guys, bye.